Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tripping with Shanks. Today we are going to be talking to a very interesting personality again, a guy called Maha Pramod, a big time vintage collector, and not just motorcycles, it's across various other items. He's got lanterns, he's got cycles, he's got watches, he's got them all. And like I said, our community of Java vintage owners, very close-knit community, and we really help each other out in a big way. By the way, this motorcycle that I have, this Perak, inspired him to get a Perak as well. And he's now come to me asking me for help on how to get a new petrol tank for his motorcycle, and I'm going to help him get that done. But apart from that, let's actually talk to Maha Pramod. Maha Pramod is from Bangalore. He's got about 32 motorcycles right now. Motorcycles, scooters, mopeds, sorry, not just one. 32 motorcycles, scooters, mopeds, and various other items which we are going to be talking about. Today our focus is going to be on the motorcycling, lot of them. So Maha,
Hi.
welcome to the show right
Thank
now.
you.
I wanted to check with you here. I mean, when did this entire bug of vintage motorcycles actually hit you?
It's just almost close to 15 to 18 years since then I've started collecting vehicles. And that's how, seeing you all
Which
inspired
was the
me.
first motorcycle you bought?
The very first motorcycle was my Shogun, TVS Suzuki Shogun. That is a 1993 model. And that is the only model which was collaborated with TVS and Suzuki. So that was my first bike which I started riding.
Okay. And amongst your entire collection of motorcycles, which are those? I mean, what is the collection?
My first love is always the 1974 Model B with the sidecar.
So, I understand with these 32 motorcycles that you, can you give us a glimpse? What are the names of some of these motorcycles that you've got?
The best ones what I have is the Model B with the sidecar. That's how I've been recognized all over. And one of my favorites is the Java Perak 1949. And I have a CZ handgear 1937, a 1949 Royal Enfield Ensign, and I have few mopeds like the Java 1965 Java Jet, SD Jet, SD Colt, Suega, and few scooters like Lambretta, Vijay Super, All-in Pushpak. And the best bike, the collector's collection what I have is the Suzuki TS100. That is also one of my favorite bike. So that is a 1976 bike which has a twin spark plug. And
from 1976.
Yes, you're right. It's a 100cc motorcycle which has twin spark plug.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Although there are various vehicles in everybody's collection, but then everybody has one of those, favorite. Ye mera favorite hai. That is my second best. I love this more. I love that more. It always happens, right? It doesn't happen between children, but it happens between motorcycles.
Very true. Very true.
So which is that for your motorcycle?
See, the very first one is my Model B with the sidecar, that is a 1974, and Java Perak 1949, and Suzuki TS100, that is again one of my favorite motorcycles. So that is a Japanese motorcycle. It's a 1976 motorcycle.
So what is the standout factor in all these three motorcycles? Let's start with your 1974 Model B.
See, Model B, that's again, I'm the second owner of that particular motorcycle. And I've been riding that motorcycle. It's been years that I'm riding that motorcycle. And the longest ride what I've done is I've been to Nasik on that particular motorcycle with the sidecar. And I rode back to Bangalore. From Bangalore to Nasik, from Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Nasik, Mumbai, Pune, back to Bangalore. So that is one of the memorable ride, and touch wood by God's grace. So there was not even a single problem.
Sidecar with you?
Yeah, I had a good friend of mine, who was sitting next to me.
Very good.
Thank you.
And number two, is there any other standout factor about the motorcycle?
See, the Model Bs are always the best vehicle. I feel. As I'm been riding, because it's so easy and it's so comfortable to ride.
All right. Any other motorcycles?
Java Perak, as I told, the best
the
bike.
1949.
Yeah.
It's the FJ
I've
model,
been following
right?
you. You're my.
Yours was the FJ, right?
You're right. FJ. You're right.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So the FJ tank. So for the people who really don't know, the FJ tank is the tank that started the journey for the Java Perak. It was the logo which was shaped like a grenade.
Yes.
And it basically, the grenade was formed from F and J.
J, yeah.
Francis Jansek.
Yes.
So, nice.
Thank you.
So that 49 Perak is set up perfectly.
Yeah, it's all
everything
set,
else
but
left?
the thing is the tank is gone, so that's why I've come here to ask help from you. So
We'll
please
figure
help
out
me out
something
to.
for that also. Don't worry.
I need a spare tank so that I can get my bike restored.
Everything else is perfect.
Yeah,
The kickers
every
are
damn thing
fine.
is
You
right.
got a
Every damn,
separate lever.
everything.
Beautiful.
Thank
What's
you.
the third bike in your lot that you're really proud of?
Suzuki TS100. That is also a collector's collection. See, there are many other vehicles like Royal Enfield Ensign, which is again a 1949. But Suzuki TS100 is one of the rarest, I feel. So
Why is it rare?
there are very few vehicles in India, and this is completely the original bike. I mean, the stock motorcycle, what we can tell.
So what is the great thing about this bike? Like for
This
example,
has a twin spark plug,
Uh-huh.
and it has a 5-speed gearbox.
From 1976.
Yes, you're right. It has a 5-speed gearbox, and the tank is very small, and it has. I mean, it's a beautiful motorcycle. All I can say to ride.
Nice. Very nice. Any
Thank you.
other vehicles that you want to talk about from your collection?
As I have other vehicles like Java Jet, SD Jet, scooters like Lambretta Li 150.
SD Colt. I don't
SD
think SD
Colt.
Jet was there.
Yeah, there was a SD Jet too. I have a SD Jet, Java Jet and SD Jet too.
I see.
That's a 1973
me.
model. SD Jet is a 1973 model. What I have.
And anything else that you want to talk about?
Suega,
What's next in the list?
Crane Wheel Luna. I have a Mofa, Royal Enfield Mofa.
The 22cc bike.
Yeah, you're right.
Which didn't need a
It's
license.
just with 1 liter you get of 90 liters of 90 kilometers of mileage.
Can you really restore those bikes?
Yeah, that's restored. Yeah.
So tell me something, Pramod. 22 vehicles, not a joke to maintain.
Yeah.
Spare parts, varied. Half the time even I am not able to find some of the stuff for my vehicle. How do you handle it?
See, that's I've been blessed with wonderful people around like Shankar Sundaram, Bharat Singh, Arto King, and few other friends who helps me out with any spares. Or in case if I have any spares, we exchange. I mean, when a person is in need. So, I mean, whatever we have, we give. And if we want, I mean, in case if anyone has, they give their spares. And
Who
that's
has
how,
the technical expertise? Who helps you with the technical expertise on all your Javas, for example?
I have a very good technician called Manikanta. So,
Yes,
yeah.
Mani was here some time back.
Yeah.
In fact, he came to service this bike for me.
Yeah, most of my Javas and SDs are done by him.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So, Pramod, the normal thinking is that, if you are a vintage collector, you have to be somebody, what conjures up images of a old Baba, Parsi, Parsi family motorcycles, they are really wanted by them because they take so much care of their motorcycles and they love it. There's
Yeah.
not one, it's not two, they got so many of them. So the entire imagery is of someone very, very old. We're not really that old, are we?
So true. No, we're not.
So if a youngster like you is getting into vintage motorcycles, what is the advice you would give to other youngsters who want to get into vintage collecting?
See, these vehicles are the legend vehicles. When I take my motorcycle or a moped or a scooter out, I feel so happy and proud of my motorcycle or the scooter, or it might be a moped. See, people ask, "Arey, it's so beautiful." I mean, it's a very old vehicle, and in case if people are going with their children, they tell, "See, this is the vehicle which I rode, or this is the vehicle which I learned." Memories, yeah, you're right. And
It evokes their
that
memories
makes
of
me
their
feel
time.
so proud, and they admire and they tell, "Arey, this is the vehicle which I rode earlier, and my father had or my uncle had." So that's how people relate. So I'm so happy.
Actually, my earliest memories, for example, why I went into Java is very simple. I used to sit on the petrol tank of my dad's Java, and you just fell in love with it. Yeah, you used to love the sound of the bike. You used to love the thing, the entire feeling. And I took my son out also the same way.
Wonderful. That's how we learn.
So that's one reason for that. Somehow I get the feeling that today's generation really doesn't understand the nuances of the technical aspects of old motorcycles. It's so simple to make this. The point is they don't have
These are the simple technology missions, and see, in case if there is any problems, it's not required that you'll have to take the vehicles to the mechanic. See, just basic few knowledge if you have. You yourself can sort out the vehicle, and you can start the bike running, and you can go anywhere and wherever you want.
So therefore, our advice basically to youngsters, for example, who want to get into this kind of vintage motorcycling, we really suggest get hands-on, Make sure you know your machine. Make sure you know what are the small niggles that your machine has and how to set them right. And take it from me, it's a very rewarding experience after that.
And you should it's always better to get it properly. I mean, either it's a moped or a scooter or a motorcycle. I mean, you wear a riding gear, your helmets. So that is very important.
Agreed. I think all the gear all the time is one of the best things that have ever been said.
Yeah.
You have to dress for the slide, not dress for the ride.
So true.
And by the way, all of Pramod's motorcycles, scooters, mopeds are listed in the description below. If you are a vintage collector or you are interested in knowing more about any of these motorcycles, you are more than welcome to write into me at shankar@happinessforkm.com. I will connect you to Pramod. It was lovely having you on our show, Mahapramod.
Thank you so much.
I really want to know when you're going to be back in Delhi, because
very soon.
There are many people who have actually called up and said that we want to meet up with you.
Thank you.
And we want to set up a meeting. We'll probably set up a small ride as well.
Yes, we'll surely do that. Yeah.
One we did this time. We'll do another ride. And obviously there'll be a lot more people who will want to interact with you and figure out about your...
Would love to.
Yeah. And guys, if you really love this video and you're a lover of vintage motorcycles, scooters, mopeds, I would suggest you join the WhatsApp group description which has been given below. You will be redirected to my group where we talk a lot about touring essentials, what are the good things about touring, what are the kind of vintage vehicles you can do, and it's generally a ball of fun. Yeah, so join in, come in, happy tripping, and make sure you click like, share and subscribe this video. Press the bell icon to be notified of all videos that are being released by Happiness Per KM, and see you on the road, guys.
See you.